Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew and welcome on back to Leo Gaming. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm having a fantastic day and we are back in Transport Fever 2. And in between episodes, I've done a little bit of house cleaning. Decided to go and upgrade a couple of our lines to have some new vehicles running on them. I'll be showing those off here in just a moment. And I also upgraded a couple of our train lines so that way they're actually running a bit more optimally. Such as, for instance, if I go into the lines overview here, the Ragby construction materials, in fact, something else I did is that I also decided to rename all the lines that we had at the end of the last episode because I decided not to name any of the train lines. So, those were left unnamed. Now they are. So we got the Ragby construction materials and we got the Woodstock construction materials. And here are the two trains now. Well, one of them. Okay. Those were actually two that I was waiting on just for that little opening shot right there. So yeah, we have two trains on the construction materials line, and for Woodstock that is, and one on the construction material lines heading to Ragby. Because if I go up to the construction materials plant, you can see that we're actually at capacity for both lines. I think that might also be because we're bringing in so much stone that it doesn't have anywhere to go. So I'm really tempted to go forward and get rid of one of these two trains that are on here. In fact, I might just repurpose it so that way it becomes a passenger train, which I think that will actually be really nice. In fact, I think train 6 here is the one that we're going to go and repurpose. That, or we'll just go and sell it regardless and then just create a whole new train that's for a passenger unit. At least that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Also, I do have the date progression paused on December 31st, 1922. Which is kind of on purpose because I kind of just wanted to make sure that we don't progress any time year-wise. So that's going to get sold 2 million right there. And now we have 10 million in the bank. Now I did go ahead and pay down our loan to about 12.5 million. So we definitely are looking a bit better in the finance part. But we are still not in the green with our with everything else. So something that I'm thinking about doing is expanding the amount of vehicles that are on the construction materials line here in Woodstock, which if we take a look at that line, it is the, I believe it's this one. Yeah, Cargo Woodstock CM. So if I take a look at it on this perspective, we have 10 vehicles on this line currently. I'm just going to go and put another 4 vehicles on there. So get 4 more. And there is that. Now, my plan for today is not to go around and doing another round of passengers and upgrading on lines. No. That's not anywhere near my plan. I have $11 million in the bank right now. What are we going to do with those $11 million? Well, we're going to go and create a new cargo system. Not really set up, but system. The cargo system that I'm going to get set up is for goods. We're going to go in and focus on getting goods produced. And what we need for that is we need to go and create plastics and steel. Funnily enough, we have a steel mill right next door. And we have a chemical plant right around the corner over in Emsworth. Now, where are we going to get the oil for the Emsworth chemical plant? Well, just down the river here, we have the oil refinery that we can go ahead and use a train to haul them in. Where are we going to get the crude oil from? Now, I was thinking where we would be able to get those from. We got 2 different options. We got one right up the river next to the forestry that we're using currently, which I kind of thought wasn't going to be an option that we'll use, mostly because I don't like the idea of Well, actually, I do like that idea a lot because it's actually a bit closer for us. I was thinking about bringing the crude oil from over on this side in via train, but I realized that wouldn't work. Also, if you guys are able to hear a car horn in the background, that is because a neighbor's car horn decided to go off in the middle of my recording. Yay. So I think that's what we're going to get set up first. And just in case it wasn't clear already, Steel Mill is going to get its resources from over here in Rugby and down here in Woodstock. Very simple setup. I think that's actually going to work really nicely. So there are a couple things we need to go and get started. First off, we're going to dabble into a bit of boating. So we're going to go and get a cargo harbor put in here. I do need to keep it within the navigable waters. And let's go and get it connected via road. And I think we can just use one of these. And just going to create that right there. And go ahead and curve it for me, please. So that way we're not dealing with some straight curves here. And then what we'll want is just to go ahead and connect it like so. Now, I believe that's not close enough for it to get dropped off correctly. Yeah. So what we're going to need to do, we're going to need to grab a cargo platform. We're only going to need one platform because it's only going to be utilizing the crude oil side of it. And I'm going to make it 30 meters in length. It is a bit pricier than the others, but oh well. I'm going to make the platform on this side, just hopefully making it a little bit cheaper for us. So there is the platform. That should be well and good. We'll just put a little cargo drop-off, like right in front of the actual oil refinery. So that should be good right there. If I come all the way up here now, we're going to need to create a spur-off. So let's go and get another cargo harbor right over here. Just right there. And we're going to need to create another bit of medium country road, just right there. And then we're going to want to go and connect it to the main road, like that. Perfect. Now let's get a unload stop right there, and then get a pickup right over here. I'm doing 3 just because I have a feeling we're going to be putting a lot over here. I am going to go and get some dedicated road depots over here, just because we're going to kind of need them. One right there, and just bring one right over here. And there we go. Perfect. So that's the setup, bringing the crude oil from over here down this way to the to get it refined into regular oil. Now, where is this going to be shipping off to? Well, this is going to be shipped off to the chemical plant to make plastics. So what we need to do here, we need to go ahead and create. I'm debating on if I want to do this via. I think I want to do this via train, just because I think that will make it a bit more accessible. So let's go and do a terminal platform. And I think I'll go ahead and have it set up to go right here. And I think we'll do 240 meters. Yeah, I think 240 meters should be okay. I still have the game running at the moment because I kind of want to make sure that we can stay afloat with our income. So let's go ahead and that is actually electrified, which I think I'm going to make this electrified and use the new vehicle we have available to us, which is the Crocodile. I think that's the new vehicle that we got, right? I think. Granted, the crocodile is super expensive, so we are going to need to be very frugal with how we're going to be spending money around, because of it. And let's go and put a cargo station right here, just so that way. Wait, no, we would have to have a separate station anyway for it right here. So I'm going to put a 120 meter station in right here, and this one's going to actually use a steam train to drop off the plastics. So there's that. So let's go and get the tracks set up here. I think I want to have the crossing like right there, which I think that should be well and good. We are keeping the tracks electrified because we want the main portion of this to run the electric train. Now let's go ahead and get this connected. That's roughly about a quarter of a million. That's not bad. I want to go ahead and get the terrain line tool, or contour lines. Not the terrain, the contour lines. Just go ahead and get those going right here. And there we go. Let's go ahead and bring you all the way down to here. And I think we need to go and add another platform. Just go and do a regular track right here. We'll do, because this track right here is, I think, like only 3 units long. So I think having it be that length is okay. So we shouldn't have to worry about it. Let's go and get that track sorted. We're not going to have catenary on that bit because that's going to be for the unelectrified train. Ooh, okay, so what we can do is actually go and refund and rebuild all of this. And then what we want to do, go and bring you over to that junction right there. Oh, and that actually kept it unelectrified, so that was not intentional. Let's go ahead and turn electricity back on and bring you to about, like, right before going, right there. Okay. And then we'll go and take you in like there. And then with no electricity, or no electric catenary, and we just want to go and connect it. I'm trying to look at a good spot. I think right there should be fine, but we do need to keep a little bit of a gap. And there we go. That's perfect. That is perfecto. Okay. And then we need to come over to the other side where we actually have the track right here. We need to go and connect it up. We'll have it connected to like right there. And then we'll go and have a crossover bit right there with a 40-mile-per-hour crossover. That should be well and good. And then we're going to need to connect it all the way down to the oil refinery, which shouldn't be too much of a task. If I go ahead and level this out, get rid of that. Level this out at a incline right there, which we'll do 65, because the trains that we currently have can't go above. Do that real quick. And then we're just going to keep this part right here as single track. I think that should be fine. And then I think right here is where we're going to go ahead and turn it a little bit. Keep it around like 75. And then I think after this bit, we can go ahead and dual track it. So let's go ahead and do that right there. And go and join it up for the dual track just right there. That should be perfectly fine. We shouldn't have to worry about any collisions at this point. So let me go ahead and just get you coming all the way down here. Yeah, we're just going to be going right past this forestry here, and then just go and follow the riverside, which I think is going to look pretty nice. At least for a couple drive-bys. And I think right here is where we actually need to create the bridge. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this side right here. And I'm going to go ahead and level it out first. And then connect it like that. And then as it's approaching the river, we want it to actually go up on a little bit of an incline. Not much, but a little bit. And then go out onto a bridge. And then we want it to be steel girder, which that's 75 speed limit. Okay. We can have it actually go like right there, which having it drop down by 1 mile per hour is not going to be an issue at all, in my opinion. Have it just connect right there. That should be perfect. Okay, so that's the track right there. We do have a long bit of double track that we're going to have over on this side. Now, get rid of the contour lines. We don't need that right now. Let's go and get these signals in place. Now, I don't currently run any mods, so we're just going to be using vanilla signals and stations and such, as I've kind of mentioned since the beginning of the series. But I am speculating on the idea of adding mods pretty soon. And if you guys think I should, definitely let me know in the comments, because I would like to know if that is something we should go and dabble into with this series. The last series that I did of Transport Fever 2, I had very few in terms of mods. It was like maybe a handful. But other than that, it was nice to go ahead and experiment with them, but I didn't really want to go overly abundant with the mods. I wanted to make it so that way I could play it and anybody who wanted to use the saves could also play it, but they didn't really have to worry about the amount of usage the mod would put on the computer. At least that's my opinion. Going to get some signals right here and there. And then can we put some signals in between? Also, go ahead and put signals up again. We can put it like a signal right over here. Right there and right there. Perfect. Go and hide signals again. And I think that is our line completed right there. Perfect. Now, in terms of the depot, I'm thinking about putting the depots right over next to Emsworth, just because it's going to be closer to the actual lines themselves. In fact, let me go ahead and delete these signals that I just placed over here. If I can actually get you. Come on. There we go. So let's go ahead and place down a depot. I'm going to want to put the depot like right over here. Ooh, that's actually a really steep hill. So let's put the depot like right over here in Emsworth itself. You know, that actually might be a bad spot for the Emsworth Depot. So, I'm going to move it down this way, next to the junction pretty much. In fact, go ahead and just place it like right there. Yeah, okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and just have it connect off to the side. And then have a little bit of a run-on. And have it join up right about here. With a little bit of another junction like right here. Just in case like we have trains coming from this station going back to the depot. Which shouldn't happen too often. If it does, then it's not going to be a big deal. And we'll just put our extra signals that we need right over here. And that should be okay. Okay, let me take a look at the layout here. Yeah, that should be well and good. I know it's a little bit compact on this side because eventually we are going to be putting in a train line going from Rugby over here into Emsworth and having it go into Rugby, then over into Wood Green. But that's most likely going to be another episode. So let's see here. We want to get a couple different trains. First off, we need the steam train that's actually going to be delivering the plastics from the chemical plant to the goods factory, which shouldn't really be a long train, maybe about 4 cars. But in terms of over here with this setup, so let's go and get the line set up first. Let's get a line there. And let's get a line right over here. Okay. Then we're going to need a ferry line. Well, cargo line, more like it. Okay, and you're saying that you can't be connected due to waterways. Okay. Let me check that. Navigatable waters. Okay, well, it looks like the bridge right here is the culprit. Okay, I thought that bridge was actually high enough that it wouldn't interfere. So, I'm going to have to rebuild this bridge, which shouldn't be too much of an issue, to be honest. And we'll just go ahead and go with tracks. Actually, go ahead and just bring that back a little bit more. Go ahead and do something like that. And these aren't even high enough there. Okay. Interesting. Let me go ahead and... No, I want to go ahead and do something like this. Will that be high enough? So, in case you guys are wondering how you can do bridges like this, freeform, all you have to do is use the Shift key on your keyboard, and you can go ahead and drag the starting position of the cursor. So that way you can create free-forming bridges. At least that's how I was able to do it. And we can go and connect that right there. And connect this just right there. Perfect. It's not the best looking bridge, but it's not worst either, so I'm not too fussed about it. Get rid of the electric cables on that bridge. We don't need it. And there we go. Now, you should be fine now. Train 1. Well, I go and verse you. Okay. I'll let you do your thing now. So you should be fine. So that creates the line right there. Perfect. And then what we need is the train line to go from here all the way over to our chemical plant. And then another train line going from the chemical plant to the goods factory. I don't know why I was forgetting the word there for a moment. Oh, a dog was messing with his squeaker. Actually, he's sleeping right now, but he just bumped his squeaker. Okay. So in case you guys were wondering what that sound was, that was my dog's squeaker. Anyway, so just focusing on the chemical line right now because frankly we kind of need to. The steel line is actually going to be really easy. That's just going to be a whole bunch of different cars. So what we can do then, since only Woodstock is the one requiring goods at this time, what we can do, grab this. We'll put that right. I'm going to actually go ahead and extend these roads here. In fact, go and do something like this. And just go and extend that road to like right there. And you know what? Just go ahead and upgrade these roads to be country or to be city roads, which I think should be perfectly fine. Okay, you're going to go right there. And you're going to go right there. Perfect. And then, well, I'm going to do this just because I can. And go and grab a straight bit of road. And I'm going to actually have it slightly go here. Right before it loses its trees. Then I'm going to have it actually tunnel underground. In fact, I'm going to need to actually redraw it with curve. And go ahead and let's see here. A little bit of the N action. If I can tighten you to be like it's good. It's not the greatest, but that'll work. This will just pretty much act as like a river road or something like that people can use to travel from Woodstock into Emsworth, which I think I might actually take advantage of pretty soon with a bus line. But we actually need to focus on this first. So we need to go ahead and get a go and get you and you like that. So let's go ahead and get this put like right next to the goods factory. I think that would be a good spot. And then what we need for the steel mill, I want to have 2 platforms. One is going to be a drop-off, 2 are going to be, or 1 is going to be a pickup, 2 are going to be drop-offs, which I should go ahead and have that flipped then. Okay. That right there, and then we want to have just 1 pickup on each one of these. So you're going to have a pickup just off the road here. And then you are also going to have a pickup. I would put you over here on this side. Could that work? I think it can. Yeah. So that works right there. And we should be able to just bring the goods into like central Woodstock, which if I take a look at the goods here, it's pretty much right next to the bus station. So we're gonna most likely put the stop, let me think here, maybe right there, or maybe put like multiple down, like 1 right there and 1 right there. Very close by, but they get a good coverage, at least in my opinion. And we'll most likely get that set up right now. So, iron ore, going right there. The coal, going from here to there. And then going from the steel mill to the goods factory. Perfect. And then we want, technically you can, well, we can actually do it like this. Do that, and do that. That's kind of a bit redundant, but I think it works. That, or what we can just do that. Yeah. If we need to change that, we will, but for right now, we don't need to. Okay. With that said, we got our new lines. And let's go ahead and get some vehicles on them. That should be what we need. At least the last thing we need, right? So let's go ahead and pause the game here. We need to start off over here with the oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to put... we want the tarpaulin trucks. We want 10 of these. Put you on line 1 here. We didn't put down a shipyard, so we're going to need to do that. I'm going to put the shipyard over here next to the crude oil. Put that right there, yeah. You go ahead and purchase cargo. We need a small one because we kind of can't fit any large ones. So if I go small, so yeah, we can go with the Frontenac. Oh, we can't go with the Frontenac because the Frontenac doesn't support cargo. Makes total sense. Schaffhausen supports all. The Riggy supports all. I think the Schaffhausen is what we're going to go with, just because it's a larger capacity. So we'll buy just 1 of those. I don't think we'll need more than that, but that we'll just have 1 for now. Let's go over here. We're going to need to get the same amount of buses, or tarpaulin trucks, my bad, over here on this side. Okay. And as for our train buddies here, I want to go and quickly switch these up because terminals, we want the second, line 4, I believe, is the one that goes to the oils, or the crude oils. So we're going to put that one on 2, and we're going to put 5 on 1. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and get the trains for you. Let's go electric first for the, so that way we get the crocodile. And we're going to get, remember, this needs tank cars. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 9.3 million. Oof. I might want to do like 2 less. So 8.5. We'll do that. And let's go and put that on line 4. Unable to find path to stop, missing electric track. Okay, where is the electric track missing? So line 4 comes into here. What path of track is non-electrified? Maybe it's the... Ah, it's the actual depot itself. That makes total sense. Let's go and get you going on line 4. There we go. Works right there. And then we are going to need a steam train buddy going on line 5. So we'll go and put the BR75. And then going to put a couple plastics carriers, which are the boxcars. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that should be fine. And we just have enough for that. So we'll put that on to line 5. That's all we can do for right now. We'll get the steel side of things set up here pretty shortly, but that's all we can do right now. Whew. Okay, that's a bit more than what I expected, but okay, we'll work with that. But I think I don't want to go ahead and end it off right there. I do want to go and get the steel production going. So let's go into this road depot. We are in $500,000 in debt now, which we'll be able to gain back easily. Like we're now back at 1.3 million. Okay, so with cargo, we are going to need not the side stakes. We are going to need the tarpaulin trucks. Let's see here. I'm thinking 10 on each one of those. So 10 right there. We're going to put you onto line 6. Yep. And then we are going to need to put 10 more. We don't have the money for it yet, but we will here in a minute. Or at least we should. Game, don't prove me wrong. Come on, game. I'll wait here for a moment. There. Oh, almost had it. Yeah, there we go. Go ahead and take that. And go ahead and put you on line 7. And those are now going to go and start producing. Perfect. And then go and take... let's go and use the side stakes one now. We're going to do 10 as well. Go ahead and spend $1 million to go and put those on line 8. And then we're going to need a tarpaulin truck to go ahead and... We'll do 8 for the tarpaulin truck, which is 682,000, which is what we're about to have. Oh, I just lost it. Not really that fun when the game decides to do that to me. Okay, we're just about to get it. Go ahead. And we are going to go and put that on line 9. There we go. Some more cargo is heading out there. How much do you have already? Over 100. My God. And over here on you, you have, not the actual vehicle, 95. Okay. So we should start making some good money here. I think that you already have a lot waiting. Oh boy. And you are already inbound. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's go and get these lines set up first. Let's go and get line 1. So line 1, you are just focusing on pretty much getting a full load of crude. And you're just going to unload the crude. And you're only going to wait for at most 1 minute. Line 3, which is right here at the Rugby port, you're going to focus on prioritizing to fill up and doing the exact same thing as the other guy. And then you're going to go and empty out there. 1 minute wait time. There we go. Let's head over to the opposite end of the line. And you got over here now. We want line 2. We need you to go ahead and make sure you're filled up when you get to the Wivelscombe transfer. And then we need you to go ahead and take all the crude oil. Unload none. But when you get to your other end, just unload everything. Maximum wait time, 1 minute. And then as for you, you are also going to wait till full, but you are going to wait till full for oil. And you are going to unload all your oil at the very end of the line. With a 1 minute wait time for you as well. Perfect. Let's head over here now. Okay. So got a couple things. Line 5, you're going to focus on filling up with plastic and unloading it in lower Woodstock. Okay, maximum wait time, 1 minute. Line 6, which you are... Oh. Line 6, so you are going to be focusing on... let's see here. You're going to be focusing on just iron ore. And you are going to be loading up none when you get to the steel mill. Line 7, you're going to be doing the same thing pretty much, but of course with coal instead. And you're unloading coal when you get to your other end. Line 8, you're going to go and do the same exact thing with steel. And you're going to unload steel when you get to your other end. Line 9, you are going to wait till there is goods to be shipped out. And you are only going to be able to unload your goods at the other 2 stations. Maximum wait time, 1 minute. So that is all of our lines fully set up now. They are going to start making some money. And to be honest, I really hope they do make a good amount of money. And I know that today was a little bit longer of a regular episode, but I hope you guys really do enjoy it nonetheless. We got a lot done today. We got a full new cargo system set on up. I'm going to try and do some optimizations with it within the next episode, or before the next episode. But if you guys want to go and see more of this, you know what to do. Make sure to go and hit the like button, and I'll go and see you guys in the next one. Ciao for now.